Your boy Red Pill, that super duper patriot, coming at you out of North Chicago, Illinois, where I have my soul family with me today, and I'm banned off of fucking YouTube. So, since I'm banned off of YouTube, I just figure I'm gonna put in as much work, see as many people want to come talk as much shit as humanly possible. Let's see how many times we can do this shit. I want to start with Phil. The reason why I want to start with Phil is because I feel like Phil is just like, there's untapped potential inside of Phil that we have to figure out. Like, because you're good with your hands, you're a craftsman, you know, you do that type of stuff. You're analyzing, you see things, you know what I mean? So I just need for you to just, how do you see what's going on right now from a spiritual? You know, I don't do the politics. I'm talking about the spiritual, everybody being you know, togetherness and unity consciousness and all of that good shit. So please just give me just a little bit.
Well, you know, basically the politics, the movie, all of that is a manifestation of what's happening in the spiritual. You know, so I think it's real important that those of us that can see what's happening realize that the manifestation, it's also covert. You know, everything is being hidden from us as of now. Now it's the same thing in the heavens. You know, it's the same thing spiritually. We can't see everything that's happening, but those of us that can see certain things, you know, we need to do this, get together, share our thoughts, talk, all this, because we don't all have the full picture. Like, nobody has the picture. You know, Q got it right. God wins. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't care. Okay, you know, I grew up Christian, hardcore. I still stick to, you know, my roots. Now, it's expanded like so much, so incredibly much, but I still stick to what I grew up believing. And so for me, you know, the Bible, but I don't really care what religion you are, what God you believe in. If you read the end of the story, that's pretty much where we're at. Okay. And I think we're all finding out that the rapture or ascension is so much broader than, you know, the story says. And I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, obviously, I think we're all learning it's not like a quick overnight process. And it's up to us, a lot of it. And those of us that are here to do that, you know, I don't know if it's everybody on Earth. I don't know if it's the 144,000. You know, I don't have the answers. That's why we're here, you know, figuring all this out together. But I know that everything we've been taught and believed all our lives is falling apart around us.
But isn't it beautiful though? But like, isn't the crumbling beautiful? Like, it's a beautiful
it's
crumble.
Great. I love it.
Like, it's the great crumble. It's not a sad, like how the Bible makes it. Like, it makes it all scary and gloom and doom and all other bullshit. But it's not though. You know, it's just for those that need to know. You know, just the need to know basis type shit. You know, just if you feel it, you feel it.
You know, and that's what's really beautiful about it. Like, that is the love of God. I mean, you know what I mean? I understand there's some people right now that are going through hell, like, on all levels. And I know 3 years ago, I was going through hell, and I was also at a different stage in my I don't know what you would call it, you know, my maturity and who I am as a spiritual being, you know. And pretty much when I started going through the ascension process, you know, I've said this before, everything 3D broke down around me. You know, I went through this ancient mysteries ascension school, and in the process of it, it said, you know, basically this is an initiation. Be warned, by the time you finish this class, everything in your life will change. for real. And I was like, huh, okay. And, you know, things were going great for me. I was like, how could anything change? How could it get any better than this? You know, well, so literally the day after the last class, you know, I didn't even have time to do the homework. Like, I got the last class, and it was, you know, 4 or 5 month class, something like that. Got the last class in. The next day, I totaled my truck. A week later, I got arrested, went to jail, and caught a bunch of felonies. So, you know.
Wait, I have to interrupt you. I love you more. I love you even more now than I loved you 32 seconds ago. I just want you to know that, just because you've been somewhere that I've been, and I never ever expected for you to be somewhere that I've been. Just you, Phil,
Right.
you. I love you. I'm shutting up. Go ahead, bro.
You know, I've told you this before. Like, from some of the things you've talked about the streets and the truth about the streets. You know, I'm a white boy in Amarillo, Texas. Okay, but I guarantee you, our hood is pretty deep, and it's for real. You know, now I've said before, I grew up homeschooled, in church, pretty sheltered. You know, I love the way I grew up. I love my family, all of that. And then at one point, you know, I was like, I don't know, I was probably 14. And there was this other girl in the youth group in the church. She was also homeschooled. I was in love. However, I knew she was a party girl, and she went and she smoked weed. Now, I had a big problem with this. I had a huge problem with this. So I told God, you know, I need to understand. You know, I want to love like Jesus loved. So I thought that would turn me into, you know, a real good guy. And so instead, you know, God showed me that if you end up at the very bottom of the drug road in the hood, you still have worth. That was the lesson that I needed. It wasn't how to accept this girl because she smoked weed. It was how to get past my bullshit. So anyway, that's basically what happened. You know, I was real cautious about it, you know, all this, but as soon as I smoked weed, I realized, wow, everything I've been told about drugs is a lie. So let us keep exploring. And, you know, I will say I never lost everything in the process. You know, I was relatively smart about it. You know, for some reason I met, you know, and those of you who understand, I met the right people for that, you know, and I view that as God's plan, grace of God. You know, everybody else views that as, who the fuck were you talking to meet those people, you know? But as you all also know, some of the best people in the world, you know, it's just incredible. So the path that God took me down showed me that, you know, a lot of things that I really believed was a lie. And so anyway, I decided, well, it is my duty to help people, obviously, since I have these connections that nobody has, you know, help people get some natural medicine, you know? And so then, you know how that goes. That goes from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. And anyway, I never did, like I said, I never did sell all my shit and go get it 20, you know, nothing like that. But I was doing pretty good by the time I went to jail. Like, I'm gonna say, you know, it's easy to make dirty money if you're halfway smart. And I thought, you know, I had some type of, and I knew it was fucked up and wrong, But I thought I had some type of divine protection along this path to help people get natural medicine, you know, because it was just really weird the way it would never have been me, like, you know, but it was. So, so anyway, got into psychedelics and like mushrooms and DMT. Now, you know, and I hate this and I don't understand it either, because for me it was just never like this. But I was always so spiritual with a spiritual background. When I started because anything I would try, I would research first, you know, kind of get the scoop about it on YouTube. And I figured out with Terence McKenna and people like that, you know, that these psychedelic compounds are not to be played with. So I was always kind of wary about that. Well, anyway, when I got into them, you know, I realized that that was all correct. And that just really, really deepened my spiritual path. That's when I got into David Wilcock and the Ancient Mystery Teachings, and, you know, really started pursuing my spiritual path. So this whole myth about psychedelic compounds are a great party drug, that is a myth. And the way it works is very, very complex, very complex. And the deep state knows all about it. You know, if you don't believe me, just Google anything to do with the CIA, Mockingbird, you know, MK Ultra, all of that.
You are, I'm gonna let you catch your breath, bro. I'm gonna let you catch your breath.
Yeah,
you are the realest white person, male, that I ever met in my fucking life. And I just want you to know that I would do things for you on some hood level stuff just because. Okay, and I just want you to know that on some real shit. I don't give a fuck if this is going on YouTube. I'm just being completely honest with you. You got a soldier in me whenever you need one. Trust me. I was gonna cry, but then I was like, no, just roll up a blunt because that looks more professional. Because I don't want to, you know. Right. But bro, you got me over here in my feelings, and I just want you to know that because I wish I would have ran across some shit like that. Like you, I would have cuffed you in the door. Like, bro, we about to do some shit if I would have ran across you in the hood, and that's just, you know.
Right.
You can go ahead, bro. I'm about to shut up again. I'm sorry. You just make me excited. That's all. I'm just excited. That's it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. And, you know, I feel the same way. You know, like I've said before, you know, I feel a connection to you through the hood and through the streets because I understand how real it really is. And, you know, I do understand a lot of the ins and outs of the game that I never even imagined was true. Like, my God, you know, you listen to, you know, a lot of people, okay? I'm just going to put it that way. I'm not going to name names, but listen to some rappers that are pretty hood. And you know what? It's 10 times that. Okay, Kevin Gates, what he talks about, it's like, it's worse than that. And these people don't fucking get it. You know? And now I didn't grow up in the hood, okay? I grew up right next to the hood, basically. But I was always sheltered and all that. It was cool. I wasn't exposed to it like that. When I got into it, I went into the valley, you know? And just really met some incredible angels that were placed in there to guide me through it. And so, anyway, it's incredible that the nation is being flooded with different psychedelics right now. Now, it's also kind of really dangerous, like I said, because of the deep state plan. It all has to do with frequencies, with energies. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you have on, the TV, the radio, even if you have a device on you, it is emitting frequencies that your brain is picking up, your pineal gland is picking up. Now, when it is opened up with psychedelic compounds, these frequencies will make you go nuts. It will make you degenerate. We are seeing that very, very clearly in our youth. It's insane. If you want to know the truth about a psychedelic compound, research Terence McKenna. Pretty much everything he says is true. I'm sorry, it gets real deep into aliens and light language and, all of this stuff, but you know what? It's true. Now, all the shamans in Peru, these people that are off the grid completely, they've been doing this for thousands of years. They seem to be pretty connected. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think we're going to find when Big Pharma breaks down that the future of mental health medicine is going to change drastically with some of these things. And anyway, so yeah, I finished that class, the initiation into David Wilcock's, class, of course, and group, and Light Warriors and all of this. And I'm living a nice life, and always have bags of the best weed and whatever and all of that. And then it just all breaks down at once. I mean, boom, and I lost, in the process of that, I lost everything. Like I said, I never lost anything to go buy a dub. I never sold my shit to go buy a dub, but I had to get myself out of the situation that I was in. And luckily, it was the hand of God, always, all the way through. And it's funny, the people that came through for me were people that were in my life when I was a kid that I had long since forgotten about, and heard that they had, what profession they had gone into and all of that, but never gave it a second thought. And turns out that was, again, the hand of God, which now, looking back, that was 15 years ago. So how long has God had me on this path? And once I started putting all that together, like I said, my whole world had been ripped apart. All of my 3D just got lifted off of me, just like the course said would happen. And I was like, bullshit, well, no. And I realized that all of that was not to help other people. Yeah, maybe I did, but all along it was for me to realize what I was realizing. And so I started rebuilding, from the ground up. Now, I knew that I probably needed to completely stay out of all of that, for sure. And I do for about 5 more years, you know what I'm saying? And so I decided, well, I'll just keep on going with what I do, which was at the time painting. And well, that didn't go too good, when you're on probation and stuff. It's just, and then they look at those charges and it was like, wow, that's a lot. So, I ended up starting, kind of doing my own thing, which I never thought would happen painting. I mean, here, that's hard to do.
Can I please cut you off one more time? I'm sorry, bro. But the fact that I have a past and I have a record, and there's certain things that I can't fucking do because of the things that happened to me in the past to set me on the journey that I am on. I just want you to know, is it okay if we do something called, it's copyright infringement like a motherfucker, but I don't think Nickelodeon would care. But can we do My Brother and Me? Because Allison kind of, threw that out there. But can me and you just tag team, on some, black boy, white boy shit, and just, because I need you. And I just want you to know that. Because, we've been the same places. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's real shit. We've been the same places, but we look totally different. Do you know the impact that we could really make through this shit? Like, the fact that, well, just listen. The fact that you didn't want to send me a video, because you didn't. And the fact that you just went on and you're doing all of this stuff and now, bro, you're flowing. And I love it. And I just want you to know that, bro. We gonna do some shit. And I just want you to know that, because I respect you more now than I did, and I respected the hell out of you before. But the fact that I know that you walked in my shoes, like literally walked in my shoes, and that's what connect. I didn't know all of that. That's why I started with. I don't know why I started with you, but I'm glad I did. Just want you know. But you can go ahead, bro. Go ahead, do your thing. Shut up.
And I was going to say that a minute ago. I keep getting thrown off. You know, that's what I was telling you in the beginning, man. I feel this connection to you from day one when you started talking about your truth, got off the movie. You know, I remember clearly where I was, what I was doing, whose house I was in. And I pulled out my phone. I was like, let's see who's on YouTube today. Red Pill's on. Let's see what the fuck he's talking about. You know, oh, he's pissed off. Well, this is different. Okay. Oh, this cat's for real. All right. So that's when I kind of hit you up and got in the comments and all of that. And where's Vinny at? Where's Vinny? Vinny is the one that told me that you're the one that did the song in his movie and all this. So anyway, yeah, man, I know, I hadn't told you or anybody any of this, but, I know you've kind of wondered, like, what the fuck does this cat really, like, yeah, I feel the soul family connection, but what is he really talking about? Like, yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I really do. The streets have to fucking change. The streets have to change. Let me say it again. The streets have to change.
Real quick, no fucking cap, big facts. If you don't like it, come fight the both of us now. Now I got a white boy that's going to fight for the streets with me. So fuck y'all. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right. So anyway, here's how we're going to start to turn this around. Okay. Big Pharma is going to break down very quickly. Praise God. And, there's going to be all types of new things stepping in and implementing. The technology is going to be incredible, like with the med beds, all of that, the frequencies, the light technology. I don't know if y'all have heard about the light treatments in like an IV, and some type of light shoots through your DNA and activates it and all of that. All kinds of incredible things will happen overnight, once it happens. And, so a lot of things will go obsolete. Now, here's the thing with some of these hallucinogenic compounds. They are truly different dimensional states. And they've been mapped out. They've been studied. There are people there. There are also entities there, like it's real. And when you are under just a bombardment of 3D, it's going to degenerate your brain. Some people, it'll make them go crazy. A lot of people, it just degenerates you, Now, if it is done in a therapeutic way, you'll hear a lot of people say set and setting is everything. That is so true. It has 100% difference on what will happen to your psyche and what it will do to you. Now, like I said, the deep state knows this. They use this. We're doomed. If you've been using toothpaste from the store, you're doomed. I mean, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot of work. Now, these technologies are going to do a huge part in things like decalcifying the pineal gland. However, once we get to that point, people are going to start wondering, what's next? And this is going to be one of those paths. There's going to be a lot of research that needs to be done. There's going to be a lot of, I'm not saying it's going to be a quick overnight thing at all. However, I do know with the power of 3 and 4D technology, for the people that are still in 3 and 4D, like sound, visuals, stuff like that. If you go look at an EDC concert, Electric Daisy Carnival, it's a huge rave. And, for the most part, everybody in there's fucked up. They're on some type of psychedelic or something. And they've got them controlled in a state that they want. That's what they want. They're trying to keep the people thinking that's what it is, but if you go observe it, it's very clear how powerful that force is. Now, you think about what they're using. They're using satanic imagery, all of the occult stuff, the owls, all of that. The frequencies themselves in the songs, okay, they are not pure frequencies. You've got I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a musician, yes, but I'm not a mathematician. Okay, I'm sorry, people. But once we can transform music and imagery, sounds, frequencies, the lyrical content, combine that with what is flooding the nation right now by design to destroy us, it's going to be an unstoppable force. So that's where we step in. I understand I'm not going to go do anything to make any type of a difference about getting these things researched. Some of them already are, some of them it's in the process. However, here's how we do change it. Let's change the images that people see when they scroll through their feeds. Let's change what they are hearing. Let's change the conversation that they're listening to. I'm sure a lot of people don't even understand that we've all been under attack by the drugs that are in the streets. Let's not kid ourselves. For real. If you're in the streets, you realize everybody, this is great. Everybody is on drugs, people. It's the truth. And if you're one of the few that's not God's way,
you gotta get your roses. Get your fucking roses, man. Get your goddamn roses, man. Get your goddamn roses, man. You got 20-something seconds. Okay, get your goddamn roses, man. I didn't expect that. You just blew me the fuck back. I just want you to know that. Like, I'm amazed right now. That's some real Dr. Phil shit. Like, you really went there for a second, like on all angles. That was dope.
Yeah, well, okay, so I'm sorry I've been dragging this out, but this is my part of the path. I've said before, I don't know quite what I have to offer, but here is my knowledge about what's going on. Here's my connection to you, Red Pill, with the streets to the kingdom. I'm telling you what, the power of the street, the power is in the people. It is in the streets, and it is being used against us. We do have to get out of 3D. And once you do that, this whole world opens up and you're like, all right, well, here's my whole family that I've forgotten about. And clearly I've known you all for a very long time. And we know this, but we've forgotten. Go listen to Rumi, R-U-M-I. He's an old poet, and I don't know exactly what it is, but he says something about in one of his poems, don't you remember when we were together in God, wondering what it would be like to walk on earth? Now, the first time I heard that, man, it made me cry. It's bringing tears to my eyes right now because
I was going to say.
I heard the words and I remembered, and that's what this journey is about. Now, these things that are being weaponized against us can open these doors up. I've had it happen with me. I've seen it happen countless times. I've seen some incredible miracles happen. Now, for all of you skeptics, go look in your Bible and it will say the healing is in the plants. Now, I will come back to you with the verse. I'm not sure. But, it's very clear all throughout any text. And then, the science is incredible for my alien lovers, including myself. Every psychedelic compound is of alien origin. It's extraterrestrial. It's not of Earth. It is a communication technology that has been placed on Earth. Don't ask me. Mushrooms, vines, trees, I don't know. I do know, if you're following the same people, their crafts are alive. So don't tell me that they can't implant communication technology. and it's being used against us in every possible way, you know, and it's our water, it's our air, it's our drugs, it's our food. You know, I've been pretty heavy on the drug subject. Like I said, there's so many people acting like they're not on something. They actually are. It's insane. It's insane.
Caffeine, y'all. Caffeine, fluoride, everything's a drug.
We all high. So we all out here high. So weed is not that bad, folks. Like, at least we know.
That's the least of our problems.
This is no cap. Oh, man. Bro, you got me choked up over here, and I ain't been choked up in like a week. So I know this is like some emotional choked upness.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I like that though, bro. For real. That's he just cut me a little bit, but like in the best way possible though. Like I can sew this one up. That was dope. Dude, I didn't know you was that deep. Like, I know it runs deep, but yeah, man, I'm happy to call you bro. For real. That's dope. I'm gonna have to stop talking, guys, so somebody's gonna have to say something. I'm just gonna say that. So somebody say something.
We just want Phil to keep going.
Yeah, bro. I'm muting my microphone.
Let me say one more thing. You know, that's where I was going with the whole roomie thing. When I heard that, I remembered it. It's true. We've been here together. All of us. We've done this before. We're doing this now. We're remembering now, which we view as learning while we're still trying to use our 3D brains. But as we break out of it, we're remembering. And it's incredible. It's incredible. We are the voice. We have the power. We make the change. We have to speak our truth. Now, I'm like red pill. You know, I don't know. You've always talked about how all of your shit's always there. You know, I've never seen it till the other day, but you know, I don't talk about what's happened with me. You know, I don't know what all of this will go on YouTube, what all of it won't, whatever. But me and Nelly were talking about this last night, and we were discussing how the clearing of the chakras, I don't know with the whole throat chakra, I don't know if it's overnight or if it's a process.
I think you're fine.
Nelly and I were talking about how I think it's probably a process and it's gradually happening, because no, I didn't want to make a video. I was like, fuck no. You know, hell no. And then what do I have to talk about? The only thing I really have to talk about is my truth. The only way to talk about that is explain my story. And so, you know, that's that. There you go.
Hold on, wait, one second. See, because I give flowers because I'm not a hater. And somebody can make like, I've gone to funerals for people and I haven't cried. And like, this bro just got a tear to my eye. So I'm about to give you some more of these. Just a little bit more. Because, yeah, you deserve it, bro. You just like, a lot of people don't touch me like that. I'm just completely real with you. And that's like some real shit. But does anybody else want to say something? Because I can't. Like, it's not letting me. Like, it's hard to have words come out. Because like, he really, I didn't make things that. Go ahead, Empress. Do your thing.
Care Bear about to do the song. Do the song, Care Bear. Come on. Let me see what you working with. Let me see what you working with. Come on.
You gotta unmute your microphone. There you go. Do your thing. Do your thing. The Care Bear. Do your thing.
Y'all to get it right, so I can do the 18 song. Y'all want the song now? Y'all want the song?
Give it to us.
18 Dilly, come on. The 18 Dilly gotta come on the screen. Now, ex-Bear know how to play the guitar. What I told y'all? No. What the bear gonna play today? It's the Dilly. It's the Dilly. It's the Dilly. What's up, Robin Pie? What's going on? It's the Dilly. How you feeling, baby? Yeah. Rockin' over here. Oh, that's so family, I know, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Come on, baby, rock it playing on guitar. Go ahead on, Dr. Phil. Play that guitar, Dr. Phil. Shit. Come on, Dr. Phil. Get it going, Dr. Phil. Yeah. We're rocking to this Auntie Nelly song, yeah. Come on, y'all. Throw your hands up in the air, yeah. Do you feel that funky feeling through your body? That's called that love, yeah. Is what this family do for you when you come over here, baby. Hey, don't get it started. I say, go ahead, do the Auntie Nelly dance, yeah. Throw your hands up in the air. Come on, y'all, throw your hands in the air. I say, do that Auntie Nelly dance, yeah. Throw your hands all up in the air. Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah. I was on shoe, yeah. Right on. Woo! Woo!
How can I do that? How can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Nelly. Whoa out, y'all. I done wore myself out.
More of the story, you can't stand the soul family. You can't ban the soul family. You can't ban the soul family. It is impossible. We turn up behind the scenes just like we turn up in front of the scenes because we are real, we are authentic, we are family. And we go. Everybody say bye.
Bye, my baby.
Love y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, y'all.